Yeah, I was just so fucking obliterated. I was so bad. I needed so much sleep that I slept the whole 7 hours, which is unfathomable for me normally.
Yeah, you sleeping 7 hours, something is definitely wrong.
I was like, wow, maybe I was a little bit sick because I also woke up to my throat just being fucked. So, like, yeah, maybe I was a little bit off. Just a wee tad, smidge. Yeah, thank you for letting me know I'm live, YouTube. I really appreciate you sending me another fucking email.
Did you know that you're live?
Like, I sort of understand the summary emails of like, hey, here's a summary of what happened. It's like, cool. Alright, I can work with that. But then YouTube's just like, yeah, so you're live now. We're gonna let you know you're live by sending you an email telling you such. It's like, fuck it. How is that useful to me?
We wanted you to know that you were live, just in case you didn't know that you'd gone live. I mean...
Yeah, you know, I just casually will check my email after I go live. Like, that's a normal thing to do, right?
Perfectly normal to me, Sneaky.
Apparently. Alright, anyway, let's, do I have any stories to tell? Well, yeah, well, I told Max this. So, yeah, I guess I can spread this around. So, I purchased a 50-pound rice box.
Oh, yeah.
To contain all the rice that I purchased, because I purchased a lot of rice, because it's really, really fucking cheap. It was like $10 for a 50-pound bag, and I was like, even if I don't eat half of this, A, it's good for 10 years if you properly keep it, but B, even if I don't eat half of this, I've only wasted $5. And a 50-pound bag of rice is enough rice for one person to eat rice every single day for like a year or two.
Now, Sneaky, are you going to take this rice, plate it in gold, and make street bricks?
Yes.
Excellent. The dynasty continues.
Indeed. Long live King Dag. Everyone needs to stop praying for King Dag. He's becoming too powerful.
No, Sneaky, it's not he became too powerful. He is too powerful.
So anyway, I'm buying this container on Amazon, right? And I'm going through the reviews because I'm trying to make sure that I'm buying like not a piece of shit, right? And most of the reviews are like, "Yep, this contains rice, and it's a pretty easy to use container, and it's good." I'm like, "Okay, great to hear."
Will contain your rice.
Yeah, I mean, it was $20, which I mean, again, it's not that much. So I was like, "All right, yeah, I mean, you know, no big loss if it turns out to be shit, but you know, hey." But anyway, right. So in the description of this rice container, it says, alternatively, you can use it to hold about 30 pounds of dog food, you know, depending on size and everything. But, you know, significantly less dog food because of the volume of dog food compared to rice. And then in the reviews, someone gave it a 1-star saying that it's a good container, but it didn't hold 50 pounds of dog food as advertised.
You can't fix stupid.
I know. Just remember, that person's vote counts as much as yours.
Yep.
But, so yeah, there was that. And then I was arguing with, my friend, my long-winded communist friend from high school. And, I made a statement to the succinct point of strong men change history. And he didn't like this because it implied that a group of people couldn't do this as well. And he was like, oh, well, the people currently in power in the US are strong men. I'm like, no, they're not. They're just inheritors of a broken system. They're not changing anything.
It's quite a bit of proof that the men, majority men currently in power in the US are not in fact strong men. They are very, very weak men, obsessed with their own perceived strength.
Yeah, because originally what got the conversation started was he was posting about the Germany's AfD party and how they're, you know, they're portrayed as Nazis by the media, except the party is growing in numbers and strength every year that they have an election.
I mean,
Despite
that
being
doesn't
portrayed as
necessarily mean
Nazis.
that they, well, we say that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't Nazis, but it doesn't mean that they are.
Yeah,
either.
exactly. But
I would say I don't know enough about the party.
I
to
don't
say
know anything
Nazi
about
or
their
not.
politics either, but my reply to him was, and it's amazing that all the government needed to do to not let groups like this get power is to stop looting their citizens and fucking everyone. Like, it's not like they need to make things better. They just have to stop making things actively worse so people turn to the supposed Nazi party and go, maybe they are right. It's like...
Literally, how do you win this game? Do nothing.
Literally, just don't make things worse. It's all you have to do. Just stop looting your constituents. I don't know if I can do that. It's like, Jesus Christ.
The U.S. government sure as hell hasn't managed it.
But yeah, so that's what got my comment for him. And then he went off on this fucking massive, trying to be hyper deep philosophical tangent, name dropping this philosopher and this person who wrote a book and Marx and all of these other people to try and like prove me wrong. And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, well, you see, what it really is about power. And I'm like, hey, yeah, and power comes from authority, and authority is derived from violence. So your idea of everyone just doing a democracy doesn't work because everyone won't just do.
I mean, here's the thing. In and of itself, democracy is inherently violent. Like,
well, yeah, it's using the will of the people.
Yes, it's saying that 51% of the populace says why.
I'll swap over to that image because it's very potent and true.
Now, to be clear, I still think
yes. One of my favorites I found that I sent to you recently.
Yeah, I literally just at him occasionally when he starts going on these rants, and I go, I have to tap the sign again, and I send him this image.
I'm so glad I gave you a shut the fuck up.
I'm tapping the sign again.
Don't make me tap the sign again.
Everyone will not just. It's like, oh, well, more people just need to get involved in democracy to make it work. And I'm just like, they won't.
We've had several years to prove this. They
Like,
will not.
Like in New Jersey, actually, is a great example. So the Democrats successfully just elected in New Jersey a dead man. He's dead. He has been buried.
Well, hang on. What's his platform?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever the Democratic talking points are.
Is his platform
well,
his
now I'm
platform
not
doing
interested.
nothing?
Yeah, no. He actually has.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. If his platform was doing nothing, he might have a vote for me.
You know what? You are correct. Maybe if we just can we elaborate on this dead man? He's dead, and he was a Democrat. I really don't know what his talking points are. But he died mid-race. It wasn't like they nominated a dead guy, and then the Republican had a race against the dead guy. It's the Republican was racing a very much alive man who then died during the race, but then everyone just voted blue no matter who, because no Republicans actually showed up to vote. The turnout for Republicans was like 3% of the people in the party.
I see.
And that's a complete and utter failure of the Republicans.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I'm not saying this is like like.
No, I know. I'm just like the fact that a dead guy could win says a lot.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Also-
I need a moment.
Yeah.
I just want to appreciate.
Yeah.
You're so bad
Yeah.
that they literally picked a corpse over you.
Like,
Well,
that's bro,
You're
that's a
you're so
level.
sorry. Maybe not you're so bad. You're so disliked. They
No,
picked a
it's not
corpse
even
over
that.
you.
It's the problem is that there is a prevalency in society right now of vote red no matter who and vote blue no matter who. Because I mean the opposite, well, the vote red no matter who literally happened. I think it was like in New Hampshire or something. Some trans queer pedophile got elected as a some Republican ticket because a bunch of people just saw the R next to their name and voted for them.
Yeah, I mean, it turns out there's a lot of stupid people
Yeah.
in our democracy right now.
Well, I mean,
Like,
it's not just not right now, or we were in our democracy. It's we literally
well,
had
yes,
this.
you're right. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of stupid people. They are
period,
present
always.
in our, and stupid people are present in our democracy.
Yeah, like I said, fucking 60% of the upcoming generation literally is illiterate. Like I'm 80% of people fucking don't think. Like it's like, okay, relying on the public to vote for things clearly doesn't work because
Yeah, like, I mean,
everyone
I
will
would be-
not just get involved. Everyone will not just vote.
Like, I want to be clear. It's one of the saddest things about mankind, but the most efficient form of, I'm trying to think of how to say this. The most efficient form of government for mankind is just a dictatorship and or absolute monarchy.
Yeah, I mean, monarchy in the end tends to work out fairly well, because of the whole noblesse oblige thing, and you want your kingdom to prosper so you can pass it on to your son. Typically, this is typically how monarchies worked for hundreds of years, successfully, because
Well, I was gonna say, here's the thing: son is really irrelevant. After all, we do have several successful matriarchal monarchies. It All that really matters is you want to pass it on to your children, so you're going to try to improve your kingdom.
right, yeah.
That's all that really matters.
But also which one of them is matriarchal?
I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'd have to go Google it.
But I mean most kingdoms were.
Yes,
Matriarchal.
most were.
Yeah. But the point more being is that having a few select people who are heavily invested in the country and leading it and guiding it does tend to work a little bit better than relying on people who literally don't look beyond what they had for breakfast this morning to pick out issues and vote on them that will affect us only in 15 years.
Yes.
So, either way, idiot friend get into politics, idiot friend tries to be deep, and I love him, but he's an idiot. Because ultimately, in the end, after like 3 hours of him just spewing mountains of text at me, he came to the conclusion that I'm wrong and that strong men create history.
Honestly, my big problem is that, like, whenever anyone tries to start quoting philosophers, all I can think of, my brain just immediately flashes to the pseudo babble from Caesar in Fallout New Vegas. It's Hegelian dialectics. Oh, you mean the guy who got everything? Caesar, the man who got everything completely wrong and didn't actually know what he was saying, because it turns out philosophers are either really smart or really stupid, and either way, you probably didn't understand what they meant.
Yeah, more or less.
Hmm.
It's why everyone should practice stoicism. Real stoicism, not this fucking bullshit they try and peddle these days.
And what is real stoicism?
Oh, the original
The
shit.
class.
You know, Marcus Aurelius, with Diomedes, I think his name was.
Diogenes.
Diogenes, yeah. I had a bowl, but I threw it away when I realized it was too much. I mean, that's basically anti-materialism, but still, point being is that I mean, my mother was disappointed in me when I told her that I didn't really see a overwhelming urge to slam my face into a grindstone so I could make $300K a year, so I could buy a mansion and a luxury car. And I'm like, I'm fine with a small apartment that contains enough space to put all the things I want in it. And I'm fine with the car that works. It's like, I don't really see a need for excessive luxury.
Yeah. Also, the nose to the grindstone mentality. We've seen what that did to our own parents and the generation before, and it's not appealing when you know that even doing that, you're not guaranteed a good retirement because everything's fucked because of them.
Yeah.
Well, not them, but their generation.
Well, no, them too.
Well, not always them. I don't think my parents contributed to the state of the economy.
That's fair.
Their generation certainly did. My parents don't make enough money to make a blip on that.
That's also fair.
Yeah.
But they probably did vote for the people that did ruin it.
There's a good chance of that.
But anyway, we're here to talk about the mystical world of fan fiction. Now, I know our world's pretty much fan fiction at this point as well, but we're here to talk about the stuff that won't ruin our lives.
And won't give us eternal crippling sadness?
Hey, buddy. Blocked.
Oh, did we just have a fucking...
Yeah, some bot on Twitch was like, hey, go to this website link blocked. And that's
Let's
why
just
I
ban
have
There
website
we
links
go.
blocked.
Alright. Another bot banned.
Indeed.
Alright, my job is done for the month. I'm going.
Maybe we shouldn't ban the bots, Max. Maybe we should let them build up in our chat.
You know what?
See if we
You know
can get them to
can
talk
we-
to
can
each other.
Can we somehow get a quarantine going? These guys have thousands of views every time they stream. Why? Because the Twitch just keeps sending them the bots. Oh.
All
They
right.
are the
What have we
containment.
not done in a very while?
When was the last time we looked at no, we just looked at Naruto last week, didn't we?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Has it been a month since Ruby?
You know what? It has been a month since Ruby. In honor of the new Gears of War trailer, there was a new Gears of War announced? Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, sure.
There's a new...
It's a prequel.
Really?
Oh, of course, it's a prequel. Gears of War! 900 stories. That's like 100 stories more than I thought there would be.
Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Emergency Day.
Oh.
I thought it was just emergence. Because they're
Emergence Day,
emerging.
yeah, emergent day. It's some emerge
Mm.
day thing, yeah. He says won't ruin your life as he reads mentally damaging trash. Well, yeah. Come on, you're gonna get that mental damage no matter what. Might as well get it from me.
We live in a clown world. Might as well honk along.
Indeed. This bitch failed to kill Marcus and lost the war for his species. He's failed the 1v1 mid.
Yeah, the trailer appears to be 2 minutes of Marcus getting thrown around the room and not dying at all.
Amazing.
Marcus is just built different.
He just built different. Now,
This
to
is
be
what
fair,
This is what happens when you play with your food, kids.
now I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong on the Gears world, but is the Gears world just another Australia attempt where they sent all the criminals?
No, it was if I remember correctly, the current canon is a colony world that kind of ended up StarCraft. They were cut off from the home world. They colonize it, devolve technologically a little bit, split up into different nations, and then basically total war.
Right. Okay. And then that woke up the locust.
The locusts are the result of genetic experimentation and
Right.
a native parasite, the emulsion.
Yes. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Emulsion is basically what if ground up dinosaurs were still alive and oil was like a hive mind, like totally, and
Okay.
like it was also a parasite.
Right.
The locusts were an attempt at creating a hybrid, something resistant to it. It's a little wishy-washy.
Right. Okay.
But they can actually get infected too. That's how you get the lambent.
Yeah,
and
I
then
remember those.
now
Yeah.
there's and now there's a super lambent.
Oh, of course.
And
Why not?
yeah,
Of course, there's a super lambent.
yeah. In the third game, I think when Marcus detonates the anti-locust bomb or the anti-emulsion bomb or whatever, well, it didn't kill them. It just put them into indestructible chrysalises that they then hibernated in somehow and became stronger, faster, smarter, more evolved, more dangerous, and just all around better.
And then at some
After-
point, one of the girls was like half locust, half human, and then
Yeah, that was their queen.
Right.
She was a successful hybrid, and
Right.
she's not actually an insect queen. She's just like the center of the hive. She's basically Kerrigan.
Right.
Oh, right.
But anyway, my point being more is that the Gears men are just, in fact, built different. Because literally all of them are just like the size of the rock, and that's like the smallest they get.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Phoenix isn't a person. He's a side of beef with legs.
I mean, you know, this might be a controversial take, but I prefer that portrayal of men in a video game. I just think that's hilarious. You know, I mean, if we're gonna if we can get both extremes, I'll accept the Marcus Phoenix men if we get the Kerrigan in latex suit women.
Actually, the one of the I think it's an art director that created the characters for Gears of War.
Yeah.
He just looks like the unironic Chad meme.
Oh, okay. So okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
like,
okay. So it's like when the Bayonetta character designer made Bayonetta.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'6", 300 pounds of solid muscle. His biceps are like as big around as most people's like heads. He's swole as all get out.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. The dude who designed the Stellar Blade lady after his wife is just that, but for guys, based on like. It's like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger made a character off of himself.
Yeah,
basically.
no, I mean, I'm fine with it. I wholeheartedly approve of it. I mean, you know, just oh boy, a new fantasy single player game to play. Human male fighter.
Sometimes, hey, sometimes I do it spicy sneaky, and it's human male fighter that uses battle magic.
Of course, yes. Or you know what? Actually, I actually fucking saved this because this is so true. Hold on, let me grab this meme. Where is it? Ah, yes, the truest true of all true. It either ends up as goblin. It's one of these two, without fail. Anyway, let's unless it's Bloodborne, of course. Then yes, of course you're. Then Bloodborne, it's always Goblin Sire. Except Dapper Gentleman. There is an ultra rare combo. Okay, go ahead. What's that? Wow. That, you know what? That is. Yeah, you're right. that that is yeah, I can see I can see why the art direction of Gears of War went the way it did. Oh, yeah, Armored Ladies, yes. I mean, sometimes that can look pretty good, yeah. It's kind of really hard. Well, yeah, he is big. It's kind of really hard to do the whole Armored Ladies thing, right? Because the whole reason why you're doing Armored Ladies is typically because you want to emphasize both points, which is, again, not very easy to do. Because, you know, back in the day, kind of was the same thing. Is if you armored up a woman in plate mail, she looked like a guy armored up in plate mail. Because of the nature of armor. Yeah. And trying to make space for Ziboob kind of undermined the ability for armor to armor. Anyway, let's take a look at Gears of War. My favorite part of Doom was when John Doom said it's rippin' tearin' time. Yeah.
Is that somewhere on this page, or you just?
No, that was just me. It came to me when I was watching Doom: The Dark Ages trailer. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool.
I've never been this excited for a Doom game, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. Definitely looks cool.
It's got all the aesthetics I care about. And I get a giant mecha and giant mecha dragons.
And apparently you fight like a demon riding a dragon, which I think is just fucking awesome. If there's two kinds of male fantasies: Doom and Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Did you see the Kingdom Come 2 trailer?
No, I didn't realize it was getting a second game.
Oh yeah, they finally announced the sequel. And it's fucking baller. Let's see if we can't find the official game reveal making of
Is it
World
the
Premiere
official
trailer.
Saints and Sinners trailer? Or the announced trailer?
There you go. World Premiere.
I have
World
returned.
Premiere works too.
Did I miss anything
yeah,
of significance?
The friend in my group is big Doom fans. Like, I don't know if I like this high fantasy aesthetics in the Dark Ages. I'm like, okay, well now I have to watch this trailer because that's a great aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but sci-fi high fantasy is possibly the best aesthetic.
Wait. Are we gonna get like? Is Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance just going fuck historical realism?
No,
No, we're talking
Doom
about
Dark Ages.
Doom Dark Ages.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I was so excited for a minute. I wanted those devs to just go nuts because, like, they made a pretty good game.
They want Kingdom Come to be a telling of history, not... They want to stick very close to history.
It doesn't necessarily... I mean, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily make for the best RPG, though.
I don't know. I think Kingdom Come 1 made for a great RPG.
Mechanically, it's a super solid RPG. Absolutely no question. But, like, from, like, a actual role-playing game, it's quite limiting.
Well, I mean, yes, but you are just playing one role. And that's fine, because that's the point of the story. If you don't want to play that one role in the role-playing game, then don't play the game. I think people have gotten too used to RPG, meaning pick your own story.
Sneaky, I need 343 different Divergent quest outcomes.
Sorry, the best I can do is Dying Light 2.
That's a terrible trade. That's a terrible, terrible trade.
Only people who played and followed Dying Light 2 get this joke.
That joke hurt.
Wait, what the fuck? Fantasy Lord of the Rings is getting an anime?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm here for this.
Oh yeah, no, it's Rise of the Rohirrim or something.
And now, is this a anime, or is this Western animation?
It is Western animation done in an anime style, I believe.
Okay. I'm here for that. As long as they don't fuck it up like Amazon did.
I think they would be hard pressed to manage that.
And by the way, Atin, I tried watching the Wokalite on your statement, and God, do you have terrible fucking ability to determine what is good and what isn't. Holy shit, that was fucking boring.
I
Yeah,
thought the fight scenes were fine. Other
dude,
than
no,
that,
they are slow, they are weak, they are limp. Sometimes they don't make sense. The dudes don't even use the force powers correctly, as they've been previously established in almost every other setting.
Okay, hang on. What force powers were used wrong? That I want to know.
Well, first of all, to start with, the lightsaber that can somehow magically stop the forward momentum of a physical projectile. When in the very first episode, when Trinity from The Matrix, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry.
No, I know what you're talking about. No, that's not a force power. That's a lightsaber.
Secondly, attendant to this part of that scene, when she, for some reason, jumps in front of a knife that just magically one taps and instantly kills her somehow.
She doesn't jump in front of it. I want to be clear. I
Dude,
have issues with that scene. You are misrepresenting that scene.
I
She
hate
doesn't
it so
jump
much.
in front
I
of a
feel
knife.
nothing but rage
She
at him.
specifically fails to somehow stop a knife while stopping a knife going at another person. I want to be clear. I have issues with that scene. I specifically stated when I was speaking to Sneaky that that scene makes no fucking sense. But at least make the scene correct, sir.
Dude, I feel nothing but rage for this whole thing. Never mind the fact that the whole plot, the whole thing,
I'm just so
is
tired.
the Jedi literally going, hey, we know you were in a spaceship on the other side of the galaxy, but we've got one random bartender in a galaxy of shapeshifters, mind control, cosmetic surgery, all that kind of shit that says, yeah, you totally, a failed Padawan, murdered a Jedi Master.
A failed Padawan murdering a... Listen, part of this entire show, this one I actually have an explanation for. Part of this entire show is about the fucking arrogance of the Jedi. That's why you have such an unlikable dickbag political Jedi Master ruining everything. Like,
yeah,
But that's not the
with-
problem. The problem is she's in a spaceship on the other side of the galaxy. She physically could not have been there to commit the murder.
I mean, it's kind of just like, okay, so a failed Padawan somehow is strong enough to kill a Jedi Master, and so who are they going to send to arrest her? They're going to send another Padawan. It's like, huh?
Well, it's
No, they
not
at
just
least-
that.
No, they at least sent a knight. I want to be clear. Still a stupid fucking decision, but at least they sent a knight. Like, they didn't send a Padawan.
And that's the other thing, is there are multiple Jedi institutions that exist specifically to deal with situations like this. Never mind the whole attack me with everything you've got. Oh my god, the Sith.
Oh my god, that is dumb.
So cringe.
Here's the thing.
Holy crap.
I liked what they did for for what is functionally speaking Terras Kasi.
Also, can I just
They're not calling
say
it Terras Kasi.
I'm just
It's
so
Terras Kasi.
tired of all of these plot lines of, oh, the good guys are actually just as bad as the bad guys. And it's like, I'm just so tired.
See, Sneaky, the problem isn't even that. It's just everyone's stupid. Everyone is painfully stupid. Like, for example, the Sith assassin.
That is more my point. Is everyone's just always holding the idiot ball in every single fucking show in existence now. It's always idiot ball explains everything. Why are the bad guys able to do what they did? Idiot ball good guys. Why are the plucky heroes able to beat the bad guys? They were also holding the idiot ball, and it's just like, I'm just so tired.
Do you want to know how they find out that it was totally Sith assassins the whole time?
How?
So the super elite, super dangerous Sith assassins that are totally super smart and super good and dangerous murdered a local official, stole his property, and then after murdering another Jedi Master, just stayed there. They just stuck around, despite knowing that the Jedi were onto them and actively pursuing them.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, like I said, I'm just so fucking tired. The villains are incompetent, the good guys are incompetent, everyone's a shade of gray, but incompetently. I'm just so tired of this new stuff.
Oh, and the director bullied a male actor into performing a shirtless scene that he explicitly stated he was uncomfortable with.
Well, I mean, of course, he deserves it.
About. Can you provide me a source for that?
Yeah, you know when the
No. I'm asking you to provide me a source, not tell me about the scene.
He outright
I can
tweeted
guess
it.
the scene you're talking about.
Yeah, when the dude's steaming his robes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in an interview he conducted, and then he confirmed it with a tweet that he was initially uncomfortable, and he doesn't outright say, "Oh yeah, she forced me to do it."
I know if tweets are the level of evidence that's been accepted today, you know what? That's good enough for me. Two can play at that game.
Yep. And considering she's Harvey Weinstein's former secretary, I 110% believe she would do that.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Learn from the best.
Yeah, apparently.
What time period is Acolyte supposed to be set
so
in?
it's set in the High Republic, which is set about 100 years before the events of Episode 1.
It's painfully dumb. It's worse than the worst parts of the expanded universe because it is...
This isn't another Filoni project, is it?
No, but he was partly involved with Leslie Headland writing it.
I think my big problem here is George Lucas has a fucking writing credit here, and boy howdy does it fucking show.
Yeah,
I'm gonna laugh if what George Lucas wrote was actually the best part of the entire show.
Also, probably
an extra slap in the face. Because don't forget, he did give us some cool shit in the movies.
No, he absolutely gave us cool shit. But George Lucas is a terrible writer. The reason that Darth Maul has a fucking brother is because of him.
You know, I'm going to say something, and I hate myself a little bit for believing this. I'm a huge stan for the original trilogy, even though I fucking hate Ewoks. Genji Tarkovsky was the best Star Wars creator, hands down.
He's a great Star Wars creator. I'm not sure why you hate yourself for saying that.
It feels like it's treason.
It's not. George Lucas is a terrible fucking writer.
Is Ahsoka a good character?
Tarkovsky?
Wait, hold on. Wait. Which Ahsoka? Which Ahsoka are you trying to say is a good character? Because the CGI Clone Wars Ahsoka was a fun character to have.
I think she was more fun in the movie in the first couple of seasons. I think eventually she got too popular and she took over too much.
What movie?
The movie that preceded
the
TV
do you not
show.
Remember the Clone Wars movie that started the whole thing?
Yeah,
Ahsoka
the
was
one
in
where
that?
they're...
Yes!
She was the main character.
Hey,
Anakin,
she was introduced in there!
Anakin, we're gonna give you a Padawan, okay? And we're giving you a mission with her, which is help Jabba the Hutt. Excuse me?
No, I actually believe that one.
Which movie was that? Wait, that was the Clone Wars movie?
It's literally just called the Clone Wars, bro!
Yeah, it was the Clone Wars CGI movie, where they had to go and rescue Jabba the Hutt's baby.
I could actually see the Jedi doing that and sending Anakin to do that.
When you say CGI, was this cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. The Clone Wars cartoon. Yes. Okay. I was like, what prequel movie had fucking Ahsoka in it. I'm sitting here like, the hell are you talking about?
Oh, poor Sneaky. We're driving him even more insane.
I feel bad because that means that there are technically 4 prequel movies.
Yeah.
We just don't talk about that one.
I specifically, I don't really like the flat animation Clone Wars series, any of that. And I've never
it's
seen the Clone Wars CGI movie. I've never actually seen that. I didn't even know that existed, which hence
Yeah.
my confusion.
Wait, you don't like? I'm sorry, hang on. You don't like the 2D animated Clone Wars that were like 5-minute segments?
No, I mean, like, I don't like them as a whole. I like the snippets inside them.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying.
Like, I
'Cause,
like
like,
the moments.
It gave us the best moment of Grievous,
Yes.
and then he was absolutely slaughtered in episode 3.
Yes. I liked the animated moments. It gave us a lot of really great gifs.
I mean, and not just
yeah,
gifts,
it
but
just
there are
sucked
some
as an
solid
overarching-
individual, like...
Yeah, it just sucked as an overarching narrative when you strung them all together. Yeah.
Well, it sucked because they didn't give Tarkovsky the budget for voices.
Yeah, that's a
least
great
initially.
gif. Yeah, fucking amazing gif. And didn't they pay homage to that in the CGI animated seasons?
Occasionally, but not necessarily regularly.
No, no,
And-
specifically this scene that was linked.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't know off the top of my head.
They had a scene similar to it.
Yeah.
But not just gifs, right? Like, there's an entire... I think it was like 3 minutes of a 5-minute episode of Mace Windu getting to be a fucking baller and annihilating a droid army by himself.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that as well. Yep, that one, thank you.
Because the thing is that was actually consistent with Windu as he was written in the actual books of the movie.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, they did a great job of making it clear that Shatterpoint was being used without ever having to say it or do some kind of weird eyeball effect or anything.
We're now going to sit
Yeah.
here and spend the next 6 minutes explaining what he just did so you can properly be in awe.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kept it mysterious.
Yeah, which again, I think that is Star Wars at its best, is when they do wild shit and then don't fucking sit there and try to explain it.
But like, here's the thing, right? Like, they show us a Jedi. Like, you know what? I actually was fine with how was it May? Is that her name? Had to kill the Jedi Master who had like a fucking invincible barrier. You know what? I was
Dude.
fine with that. Convince him to kill himself because of something he did, because she absolutely cannot get through this dude just chilling there. I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
The problem is that they then had a Jedi Master wake up from a deep meditative state, listen to a Sith acolyte ramble at him, chug poison, don't even push back against the Sith acolyte, who, by the way, is in the middle of a Jedi temple, which is just the most poorly defended and easily accessible place in the world, apparently.
Yes.
That a child distraction.
I didn't say I liked
get
the way
into.
that she got inside. I liked the fact that they at least were like, you know what? She can't beat him. She has to do something other than fight him.
I think this comes down to, again, the same problem and issue we had with Ruby Season 9, in where they had good moments, according to you, but literally everything attached to making that moment happen makes no fucking sense and is completely ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah. And the problem is those moments just are so few and so far between, they don't make up for the stupidity. Because this is a series that gets stopped in 20 minutes by anyone not holding the idiot ball. If they had sent a Jedi Knight to go to this former Padawan and be like, "Hey, someone with your
Wait,
face,"
fuck it, wait, hold up. Master Faye is still alive. Why the fuck is she allowing this to happen?
because
Master
Sneaky,
Faye?
everyone is stupid. That's the
So-
whole point of the show.
Sorry, Master Faye?
Yeah,
Yoda's teacher, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Or
one of the
Yoda's
greatest
student,
Jedi
or
who have
someone
ever
like that.
existed in all of the lore.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
yo, that's
stupid.
fucking dumb. I didn't know that Faye was alive. Like, what the shit, yo?
Yeah. You know,
Like-
Faye died in the invasion of the Sekot, I think, didn't she?
I don't
I
recall.
don't know.
I was never much into her character, actually.
I forget how she died, but she died during the Clone Wars Rise of the Empire era. Yeah, the singular elf that exists in Star Wars, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the 4,000-year-old immortal Supermaster who doesn't use a lightsaber but is so obscenely powerful in the Force that she really doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And no, and you were right to point out I wasn't remembering things right, but this series is so
listen,
bad.
I understand you're mad. Listen, there are lots of scenes that made me mad. Like the entire introductory scene, I'm like, you can't give me this Jedi Master, supposed Jedi Master. Also,
Yeah.
waste of Trinity. Like you had an okay
Yeah.
action scene going on there, but you have Trinity from the fucking Matrix. Come on.
Yeah.
Listen, the only unarmed warriors in the whole setting that I was ever okay with were the Sith warriors from the Knights of the Old Republic, because they are crazed religious fanatics. The acolyte's going to get killed by a random gangbanger with a holdout pistol because she has no way of blocking or dodging except hoping the Force warns her in time. She's not
okay,
actually
she
that
died
good at
saving
fighting.
Kenobi, okay.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I remember now how Faye dies. I actually read that comic, I think. Might have it in my room somewhere. No, and that's the problem. You cannot take a 90-pound woman, tell us she is an absolute badass, but then don't have her earn that. For example, May in the very first scene gets into a whole massive fight with a bunch of bar patrons. But the problem is, any one of those bar patrons does not need to kung fu her. They need to grab her and wring her neck.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. It's also like, oh, all of these bar patrons are gonna fucking just one by one line up for her to punch. It's like, these guys are drunk, and they're probably street fighters, so they're probably gonna go for grapples, because that's what you do in a street fight.
And the thing is we know what a good Sith assassin looks like, because that's what all the Maul comics and books were about.
Yeah.
He used poison, he used gas, he used ambushes, he used explosives, he betrayed his targets, he cheated constantly. And it made sense because he's just one dude who's edgy as possible, and he's been given a basically impossible task, and it doesn't matter if he dies because he can just be brought back right to life and thrown into the meat grinder again. And so the Maul comics, which actually have him beat a Yuzan Vong warrior to death in a really cool cage fight, did this. And
when did they have him beat a Vong to death?
Yeah, he was sent to assassinate a crime lord, and there was a Vong warrior in a it was like a lower pit in the ground with a cage over the top.
I want to be clear. I didn't read the Maul comics, so like that's news to me. I knew that Maul had a set of comics. I never read them because at that point I wasn't super interested in them. In Maul, like
it's just one Vong. Nothing is explained about it, and it's very much a case of this is an opponent that Maul can't use the Force on, and is actually physically capable enough to go into hand-to-hand, and they just rip into each other. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. I think Maul rips one of his teeth out at one point and then like shoves it into the guy's face. So it's very messy and very brutal, and it really encapsulates the idea of a vicious Sith warrior and assassin. And he doesn't talk, he doesn't banter, he doesn't taunt. He's usually completely silent unless he has to speak for information or whatever. And he is absolutely psychotic and psychopathic. Not crazy, not, oh, I'm going to go burn down the school because ha ha ha, dead kids. But it's like, I'm here to kill you, and I want to kill you in the most painful and brutal way possible, and then move on to my next victim.
I mean, I'll
And
be honest. It wouldn't surprise me if Maul burned down a school of children because ha ha ha, fuck children. I want to fucking murder children.
later Maul, yes. Early Maul, no. Maul, I don't like the fact he survived the fight with Obi-Wan. I think it's dumb. But later Maul was genuinely just insane. His mind broke losing to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I've been training for decades to be a badass and I lost to fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'd be pretty pissed off too.
And that, kids, is why you don't play with your food. but no. Early Maul was, first of all, he loved Sidious. He was absolutely devoted to his master, absolutely fanatical to his master. That actually turned out to be a problem.
I would
And
say
one of the
he's a
reasons
terrible Sith then.
Yes, exactly. That's why Sidious would never allow him to become his true apprentice, because he knew that Maul just wasn't capable of it. And even after he got Maul to try to assassinate him, as a sort of test to see if Maul had what it took, Maul not only failed, but he hesitated, which was the true failure, because it proved to Sidious that Maul would never rise to the level needed to be worthy, and then that's why he just trained Maul from then on as an assassin and not as a future Dark Lord, yada yada yada. But no, the thing is we've been shown before. This is what Jedi assassins, or I'm sorry, Sith assassins look like. This is usually how they act. And they doesn't have to be 1-to-1, but
I mean, here's the thing. You have another excellent example of for all intents and purposes, a Sith assassin, and his name is fucking HK-47.
He is
yeah,
possibly one of the best.
he's incredibly dangerous. He cheats in every possible situation. He has 101 different traps and tricks. He's vicious and he's professional. And I think I would have absolutely loved it if in the first scene with Trinity, we had May approach her as like an abuse victim who needs the Jedi's help and protection. And then as Trinity tries to see to her wounds, May just, pricks her with a small poison needle. And then we see, Trinity frothing from the mouth and bleeding from the eyes as she falls to the ground, dying from some Sith poison that, like, rots her veins under her skin. That would have been super cool.
Sure, yeah.
Especially if
Here's the thing,
sorry, not
I
May,
would have been
Ocha.
fine with that entire fight scene. Here's the thing. You could take that scene where she threatens one individual bar patron, and that somehow manages to kill the Jedi Master. Just have her... Because here's the thing. You could fix that scene by just having her throw, like, 10 knives. Make it a clear moment of using the Force to throw, like, 10 knives and make it so that this Jedi Master has to choose between stopping 9 blades and the one going for her, or keeping 10 civilians alive.
Or if you really wanted to make a fucking scene about it and be, purposely draw out your twin sister, whatever the fuck was supposed to be the whole point of that, right? Like, if the whole point of that was to draw people out, then, like, dose her drink or something with something undetectable, but it's like, oh, it's weak or something, and that weakens the Jedi Master, and then, like, the Sith is gonna be a Sith and gloat right at the end of the fight and be like, do you feel it in your veins? You're getting weaker, you're getting slow, you can't even save this bartender! And throws a knife at the bartender, and she, like, tries to stop it, but because the poison's finally enacted upon her, and she spent the fight, and she was too busy fighting the whole time to purge the poison out of her system, she gets killed.
You want to know what the funniest thing is? KOTOR 2 does exactly that at length, and so does the MMORPG. Jedi are very resistant to poison. They can force dilute it.
Exactly,
but
yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
be affected by it. So, like,
Yeah,
You,
I was gonna say. Speaking of Coder, the whole reason I watched the show was because I found out the showrunner was like, I would love to do Knights of the Republic, and I was like,
oh
cool.
God, no.
Oh
I was like,
God.
cool. If that's the case, I am going to watch your show with like for force powers and character writing. Oh, I'm going over you with a fine tooth comb. And for character writing, you fucking failed. I don't want you anywhere near Revan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't want you anywhere
by the
near
way,
Bastila.
I just remembered this now. The twins are the same thing as Anakin Skywalker. They were seemingly created by the Force ex nihilo.
When did we find that out? Was that in the
That was in an
episode 3,
interview.
which just came out?
Yeah,
That was in an interview.
I saw that. Yeah.
God, that's
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I tried. I got into an argument actually. I watch a YouTuber called Eckhart Slatter, and I got into an argument with his moderator, who shadow banned me. Yeah. And then deleted all my comments. So yeah, call out on him. But it's very frustrating because he and Corey Loses, the guy behind Thrawn's Revenge, were both very much simping for it and going, it's not that bad, guys. It's totally not that terrible. And look at all these good things. And isn't it a lot of like stuff set in that time period? And I wish we got this for the old stuff. And the whole time they just won't admit, because they'll never say the show is good, ever. They will mealy mouth around it. They will say there was these good ideas or good moments. They won't actually say the show was good. And so that's kind of where it is now, is that there is so much.
Also, wasn't there some fucking goddamn wasn't one of the actors or something was giving an interview and was like, oh yeah, Anakin blew up the Death Star and that was a bad thing because of all those people
Chocolate
that he
Thunder.
killed.
I wish I could remember his name. I can't.
Yeah,
but
that was so
he was super
stupid.
passionate about it. One of his co-stars
super
said,
passionately about being wrong.
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was hilarious, and
I'll be honest, I was amazed that the show writer knew what Knights of the Republic was, and I was like, oh, could this be? And it was not, because like I said,
she's a Yowie fangirl. I'm not joking. She basically I can't remember what it is, but she and her writing partner literally took one of their gay fanfics and that was her previous project before this. Is they made a show based on one of their gay fanfics.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I have been literally saying this for actually over a decade now, Alvor. I have been saying that the reason why I'm so fucking critical of fanfiction, and this is a great way to seg into this, I'm so critical of fanfiction is because these people went on to become published writers for all the franchises you love, and they didn't learn anything from writing fan fiction because people were too busy blowing smoke up their ass.
Mm-hmm. And I think the fundamental issue is this woman, I guarantee you, Leslie Headland, she knows about the skeletons. She knows about them, probably helped bury half of them. So nothing's going to happen to her, and she got her job because of that. She's not smart. She's not clever. She doesn't know anything about the setting she's into. Oh my gosh. Atin, did you see the interview where she absolutely crushes the interviewer's hopes and dreams? Because the interviewer was talking about, oh, the lightsaber colors and the meanings behind them, and I love it. And she responds with, oh, we chose what looked best on screen. And she literally tells the interviewer, who is another woman, don't take it so seriously.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I avoided the whole, like I said, the whole reason I went to look at it was because I found out that, I don't remember if it was the writer or one of the showrunners was like, I would love to do Knights of the Republic. Before that, I'd seen the original trailer and I went, Like I saw the original trailer and I was like,
But no, they are.
But yeah, so I didn't consume any of the extra material, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to make the Jedi evil, and the thing is, we already had an evil Jedi thing. They were called the Burning Times. A group of Darksiders managed to subvert part of the Jedi Council, and basically they were trying to turn the Jedi Order into Dark Eldar from Warhammer 40k, and then the rest of the Jedi went, "Whoa, no," and purged them. Like that was already a thing that existed in the previous canon, and the Jedi
Here's the thing. I don't mind you trying to make Jedi evil, but you need to, what you need to do is just have them be incompetent.
Naive, well-meaning appeasers. I can see that.
Slothful, they assume the best out of people. Why'd you let him go? Oh, he said he was gonna change, and then he goes and fucking kills someone else. Like, that's fine. But
right, and here's the thing. At first, I liked whatever the Green Jedi Master is, whoever that is. Which, by the way, I remember I was watching this with my brother. The first thing I said when I saw that character, I was like, "Shouldn't you be getting railed by Kirk? This is the wrong series."
No, she's a pre-existing character, but they turned her
No, but come on, completely green alien.
yeah,
That was the
yeah,
joke.
110%. But
No,
there's like
but,
4 or 5.
When I first saw the character, I
wonders.
was like, right, they're obsessed with decision making. They're political. I was like, this is great. This is everything. This is a great character to show everything the Jedi couldn't be, right? Oh, this is a Jedi Master who, well, okay, look, we can't look bad because they might cut our funding, or we can't look bad because then the Jedi look weak and then our job gets hurt, right? Someone who's been doing the politics thing, and right, you can make them
right,
not evil,
right.
complacent.
Right, exactly. But the problem here is that Jen brings this up, and this reminds me. The problem here is, in a lot of modern media, is that these writers look at the supposed evil characters of these pre-established settings and go, "But wait, I identify with that. That can't be bad."
It's because there are no absolutes in their worldview. Everything is relative. Everything is materialistic. Because we've already we had characters that were, oh, what does a lawful Sith look like? Well, we had one. There was literally one Sith Lord who literally died surrounded by his friends and family, and like that was his whole thing. And the whole point made out is that every other Sith Lord after that, except for Lumaya, who was part of the extended universe, literally calls this dude a poser who didn't have what it took to fully commit. And then he even is so bad at his job, he fails at corrupting a single Jedi Knight. And he fails so hard at it, the Jedi Knight basically just ignores him and leaves. And it's so just... You can't do good Sith. Sith are not good. Sith are impulsive, they are self-destructive, and they spread their self-destruction around them. They externalize internal damage, because that is what the Sith
Counterpoint, we've had a very lawful Sith, and he did a fantastic job, and his name was Jason Solo.
Yeah, no, the dude, Darth Cadus, right? And
yeah,
he
did a
creates the Galactic
fantastic
Alliance,
job.
coups it, manages to subvert the Fel Empire. Also, talk about on the nose names again, Lucas. Oh my god.
They didn't. Okay, I want to be clear. They didn't do that. The Fells, right? FEL.
Yeah,
They had been
Fel,
in
his
canon
descendants.
for a super long time.
Yeah, but
like I understand what you're saying. It was not like an intentional, like, okay, yes, at some point making him in charge of the Empire probably was an intentional. He's called Jagged Fell, which, by the way, oh my god, listen, he was a great character. Oh my god, I hated his name.
Look, it's still not as bad as Dark Father and Dark Insidious. Literally, Darth Sidious and Darth Vader. Vader is just the German word for father. It's...
Yes,
George Lucas has always used on-the-nose names. But no. Also, Starkiller and the Death Star. Because Starkiller was the original name of the Skywalker.
I know. Listen.
Oh man, Lucas. Lucas is at his best when he has editors.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's true for everyone. But I've got to stop before I make myself any more angry. My blood pressure is up.
Yeah,
I can't argue like I used to.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
man.
feel that. But anyway, so the reason why I haven't really been trying to interject Gears of War into this too much is because, like, I'm just scrolling through the Gears section, and it's just really fucking boring. It's like, generic Gears one-shot, generic Gears one-shot, me, but I'm part of Delta Squad, me, but I'm part of Delta Squad, me, but I'm in Mountain Squad, me, but I'm, part of the team. It's just a bunch of, oh, but I'm here, oh, but I'm here.
I tell you what, Sneaky. I'll let you have fun with that. I've got to go take a deep breath and actually calm down. I can't get worked up over Star Wars anymore.
Probably for the best, because I'm about to go into the Ruby section, so.
Oof. Good luck with it. I'll pour a double shot of Jameson for you, man.
That's you know what? You bring up a good point. Let me go grab my vodka.
Take it easy, everyone, and it's always good speaking with you guys, Maxwell, Atin, and I'm sorry for getting heated, Atin.
No.
Take it easy,
Listen. I'm fine with getting heated. I want when people are heated, I want them to be correct about what they're heated about. Because here's the problem. When you let them get so mad that you misremember it, they can easily dismiss you because they can go, "You're not even remembering it right. You're mad about nothing." When we're mad about things that are absolutely real, and we're absolutely mad about things that exist.
80 proof vodka.
Forgot remembering.
I got you, man. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Woo!
All right. All right, one shot for the road. Well, I don't have a throat infection anymore.
Fantastic news.
Because that just burned all the way down.
You also don't have a throat anymore.
Jesus Christ. God, it feels like I just drank disinfectant.
You did.
Okay, you're not wrong.
Listen, I don't know what vodka you drank, but I can smell it from here, and it's not vodka. You've actually just been sold hospital disinfectant.
Possibly. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm actually crying. Oh, it's in my ears now. Oh, it went up the tubes. Oh, it is cleaning the tubes now. Oh, God. Oh. That was awful. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. And one for the show. Oh. Fucking hell. Alright. Well, I'm fucking awake now. Jesus Christ.
I appreciate that you're awake. The question is, how long will you remain awake?
Well.
Long enough.
Tiger King and Dragon Queen by Uzumaki Ricky.
I'll be honest. I was terrified this was going to be a Netflix crossover.
That's fair. Remnant is a world of heroes and monsters, humans and faunus. That's not really a dichotomy you want to portray, author. I mean, unless you want to, but like... That's, Alright. Warriors and people. This is a tale of how two such warriors, came together. Oh, wait, well, hold on, author. You said warriors and people were separate. I don't think this author really knows English language too much. Two such warriors come together and change everything. Well, considering that it's an original character times Yang story. I mean, I don't really want to know what the implications of come together mean in this.
Don't.
Gather around and I'll tell you the tale of the Tiger King and his Dragon Queen. God, that is cringe.
Oh, yeah.
29 chapters, 172,000 words. 29 chapters and 172,000 words. That's it's a good book, what? 6K words a chapter? Around there, yeah. That's okay. Published over the course of 2 years. That's like a 6K chapter every month. Okay. That's, you know, that's fair. That's fair. Holy shit, that's brutal. Only 23 reviews, 57 favorites, and 60 follows. Goddamn. That's fucking brutal. Is the Ruby section just like officially dead? Or does this story just suck? Let's see here. Co-writing credits go to the following people. Monster Hunter God Rathalos Mark 1. Tsukiyomi the Prototype. And Slim Shady 2015. Brody needs 4 people to write this story.
Yeah, but why is that last one the most normal name on this?
What's abnormal about Monster Hunter God Rathalos Mark 1?
It's very long. It's wordy. Actually, wait. I think he misspelled Rathalos.
Ratholas.
I'm pretty sure he misspelled it.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Ratha instead of Ratho.
Yeah, wow, he swapped the O and the A. Bro. I guess you're not much of a Monster Hunter god if you're going to misspell the
Bro
name of the
can't
monster
even-
you're naming yourself after.
Kellionaire implies there is a better version if he's
Yeah,
only
that
a Mark
implies
1.
To be fair, he's not wrong. I believe there's a Mark 2 and a Mark 3. They're called something else, though. But there are tougher variants, so technically, yes.
Anyway, so his team is Team Azure. That's right. Team Azure. And all of his friends are on his team. And this is a story about not them. This is a story about him fucking Yang, his waifu. The night sky blanketed over Kingdom of Mistral. A cool breeze rustling the short, sweet grass under one's feet. Well, that's a really fucking intense breeze if it's rustling the grass that I'm walking on. Jesus Christ. In a clearing in a mysterious land. Are you really fucking... I'm starting to understand why this story might have only 50 favorites. In a clearing in a mysterious land, a young teenage samurai with his daisho blades on his hip walked out. He wore training gi consisting of short-sleeved black undershirt with royal azure blue sleeveless top and matching pants with white sash around his waist to hold the pants up. His garments whipped lightly in the breeze. Whipped lightly! Yeah, it's light whipping.
Hang on, let's see what Google says about that. Yeah, I'm just getting results for whipping cream.
And yes, the author is currently doing a blue trailer. Get it? It's because Ruby started with a red trailer. He's starting with a blue trailer.
The only blue trailer I want to see is a blue wizard just saying no, followed by the enemy attempting 700 different things. No, nope, negated, back in your hand, go away, nap time for me, I take 4 turns, go away, nope, can't do that.
Play a super big monster. I'll allow it. Really? Yeah. My turn. Mind control.
I'll allow it. You will? No, I don't want to play it anymore, man. It's too late. It's on the field.
Yeah. You tap that mana.
You tap that mana.
The mana cannot be untapped.
I just the whole thing is just the blue wizard just nope.
Go ahead, summon the monster, but you can't untap that mana.
Sneaky, no, nope, nuh-oh, nope, nuh-uh. Oh, actually, discard another 4 cards for me.
Mill your deck. Mill your deck. Mill your deck. It's my turn. I know. Mill your deck.
Mill your deck. Are you done yet? Yes. With my flash step.
I scry mill.
Damn it.
All right, mill your deck.
I play 1 creature. Oh, you're finally gonna punch me? Yes. Smack. All right, that was 1 damage. That's fine. Mill your deck.
Whenever this creature deals damage to you, mill your deck.
I've given it haste. I've given it double strike.
Anyway. Fuck blue decks. He was fairly tall at a whopping 6 feet.
Bro, another person who has clearly never read the height charts in Ruby, 6 foot means you're short.
Also, this person writing it's clearly a manlet because they think 6 feet's fairly tall.
I mean, 6 feet is relatively tall to most of the human population, but...
Yes, but I am the shortest male in my immediate family and my extended family. I am 6'1". I am the shortest male.
I would say, technically, I'm probably the shortest person on the podcast because I come in at like 5'10", 5'11".
Yes, well, when Arn isn't here.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But Arn's an actual manlet.
Yes.
Actual
manlet. He had also 6 feet in the Rubyverse. Much like, you know what I would like to really see? I would like to see the Gears of War artist have his character interpretations of Ruby characters.
Bro, they're all just gonna be 8. They're all just gonna be 8 feet tall and made of pecs.
They're already 8 feet tall. Now they just need to be made of brick shithouse. Because honestly, I mean, really, if you are on a planet that is a literal death world, not like the death world people like to meme about Earth being, but we're talking about like a literal army of infinite, untiring death monsters who are trying to snuff out your civilization every day of existence, I feel like everyone would be fucking massive. Or at least the guys would be. Yeah, Ozpin's like 7 feet tall. Or like 8 feet tall, yeah. He's fucking tall. Junior, no, I think it was Junior and Yatsu who are like 9 feet tall or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like, the guys just gotta be fucking massive.
Yeah, like if you want him to be fairly tall, you need to be like, this man is fucking 10 feet tall.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see Cardin as a Gears of War guy.
I mean, basically, yeah, he pretty much is.
Exactly. Like, he's depicted as one. I want him to see him as one now.
Yo, if Cardin had all of the emotion of a Gears of War character, he still would have had about 4,000% more emotion than he does in the show.
Oh, yeah, true. But that would be so good though. Like, he's just like, yeah, I just want to kill them all. I fucking eat nails for breakfast. Punches Grim out.
Finds a way to make Cardin Winchester redeeming.
Yadahushi isn't built like a brick shit house. Brick shit houses are built like him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Jesus
Like,
Christ, yeah, he's massive.
I love looking at all of them and fucking Yatsuhashi. You have fucking Velvet's ears coming up to Yatsuhashi's neck.
Yeah, bro is just a casual 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Also, I'm disappointed that the two chicks on the right, like Junior's bouncers, never got more. Like, genuinely could have been interesting character and just never got more.
Well, see, the thing is that the reason why they never got more is because Monty solely added them because he was asked by a pair of sisters to add them so they could cosplay as them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
So,
believe that fully.
They were solely added as cosplay bait for someone in real life.
Yeah.
Neo, my beloved. I can make her worse.
I don't know if you can.
No, you know what? You know what? I want the rewrite Kingdom Hearts, but the entire sum of it is Sora going, I can make them worse.
Yeah, Junior's just a casual 6'9". Junior's another character that should have been a brick shit house. Where's Cardin? Where the fuck is Cardin? Cardin's not even on this list. God damn it.
He's probably about Ozpin height because he's a bit taller than John.
But yeah, Card should just been a fucking just walking slab of meat. If you're gonna make him the bully, make him the most stereotypical bully possible. He is this walking massive slab of meat. What's his weapon? It's a fucking mace. And he bashes people with it.
Okay. What they should have done for Cardin, design him after like your 90s sitcom bully. Just big, dumb, built like a brick house.
Yeah.
And then model his personality after a Stephen King bully.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this kid is unreasonably homicidal. What the fuck? How'd he get this far?
But yeah, it's like fucking catches a Beowulf and just breaks the Beowulf in half. That's what I want out of Cardin.
So you're saying that the Ursa should not have given him the trouble it did?
No, exactly. Yeah, no, fucking. I want people like Adam Taurus and Cardin to just be these massive fucking dudes. And I want their and like that's the thing though, is right, is like you can have them, you can have Cardin set up, right? To lull people into a false sense of security. So then later on, when you see Adam, You're like, oh, he's just gonna be another dumb brute like Cardin. And then Adam pulls out a bunch of fucking skill shit, and you're like, oh, this is a problem. There's a bit of humor in pairing the Cardin and Velvet with the size difference. Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it is kind of funny. But he should be, Cardin should be the American the Japanese think we are. Yes. Yes.
He should have had
There's
more
a
guns
lot of
then.
different Americans the Japanese think we are, so we're gonna have to narrow that down just a little.
All of them.
Oh no. Okay, so he's schizophrenic on a good day.
Cardin is all of it. Some days he's like a gun fu master on the scale of John Wick, and other times he's a fucking raging barbarian.
You know what? No, he should be the brick shit house, but his personality should be the Chinese propaganda about MacArthur. Have you guys ever seen that?
I don't think I
No.
have, no.
Oh.
I'm sure it's interesting because, boy, they got some real interesting propaganda about us Americans. Actually, wait, Redneck or that Guilty Gear guy? Which Guilty Gear guy?
Fucking
There's
not
two
McCarthyism.
Americans, technically.
Do you mean Gold Lewis?
He probably
Gold
means
Lewis was
Gold
one of
Lewis,
them.
and
Chip Zanov technically is an American who went and made his own country so he could be president.
Wait, I'm
Aura
sorry,
might
who?
also be thinking of what's his face? The guy from Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
Gold. He's talking about Gold Lewis.
Oh, Gold
Also,
Lewis.
you're thinking of Guile
Yeah, Guile.
with the flat top style hair.
No, the redneck mechanic.
Redneck Alex?
No, they rule 63'd him in one series or something.
I don't know what you're talking about then. Are you thinking of Terry from King of Fighters?
Yes, Terry.
He's not. He long blonde hair with a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a redneck or a mechanic, but he is American, I'm pretty sure.
I don't want the fucking AI. I want images. Yeah. Fatal Fury, the guy with the Fatal Fury hat.
Yeah, that's Terry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Terry.
Yeah, he just strolls around beating people up. That's his.
Did
as
you
far as
see
I'm aware,
his new?
that's his job. He walks around and gets into fights.
They made him fucking massive in the newest one.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
you're probably thinking Street Fighter because he was just announced for Street Fighter 6 as a guest character.
Yeah, they.
Is that legal?
Yes.
Like, I'm amazed. I would never do that. I would never cross the fighting games like that. Like, bro, come on, don't give them money.
SNK and Capcom go back quite a ways. Literally, they had a game that was SNK versus Capcom, and it was Street Fighter characters fighting King of Fighter characters. It was super popular for its time.
Good for them.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, so they're going through and they're introducing all of the characters, and then.
Oh damn! They gave Elena a glow up.
Yeah, no, they gave a lot of people a glow up. Oh, where the fuck is Terry?
Probably at the
Oh,
start.
here we go, right there. Yeah. Fucking Terry just comes. He's giant now.
To be fair, he's always had that shape. Street Fighter 6 in its 3D engine tends to overemphasize certain body types.
Bro, I'm fine with that. Like I said, man, if every guy is a fucking Gears of War slab of meat, I'm fine with that. So long as we get the other end.
I mean, Street Fighter 6 actually has like just a really pretty diverse like body type of for like fighters. Like, go look at Marissa. For example, she's
Oh, here we go.
she's built like a fucking tank. Oh no, is this the thing?
This is the thing. It's not the
Wait.
full. It's not the full clip,
Oh.
but it is just. It's like his fucking introduction is like a boss fight cutscene.
Bro, I as soon as they put Douglas MacArthur, General of the Army, I expected a fucking red health bar to appear.
Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just like.
You know, for hating us so much, China sure does give us quite the glow up in propaganda.
Man, dude, their fucking propaganda of us is just like.
It's so much better than our propaganda of us.
Yeah, like they made the fucking the fucking eagle that annihilated a bunch of rabbits. Oh, that was amazing. Comrades, we must hide in the tunnel. The big bad American Air Force is coming. Freedom.
Bros like doing fucking 360 flip tricks. Oh, come on. Do I have to add the word propaganda? What is it? This one? China calls NATO a walking war machine. Oh yeah. Here's some of the fucking shit. Here's some of the art the Chinese made of us. Yeah, it's just like, bro. Our fucking ships have teeth, and there's like a giant evil smoking mech.
Man, I wish we had that.
Oh yeah, this smoke eagle with lightning for eyes.
That's some powerful imagery.
Uncle Sam with a NATO flag behind him, flicking a 6 of... is that a spades? Looks like a 6 of spades, but instead it's a fucking B-52 bomber.
Dropping bombs as well?
Be the American the Chinese propaganda thinks you are. Oh god. Oh, is it this? Oh, it is. Yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Yeah, I think this is the full, the one where the MacArthur clip is from as well. Yeah, it is. It is the MacArthur clip. It's the full MacArthur clip. It's just like, yeah, if America invades us, they're gonna bomb every square centimeter of China for months on end because they can.
Holy shit! I'm
I mean,
sorry.
are they
I'm
wrong?
loving this like giant smoke electric powered eagle. Good lord.
Yeah, right.
Joe Biden sitting on the throne of guns? Hey, listen, listen. If Biden was actually sitting on a throne of guns, you'd have my vote. In a heartbeat.
He would have a lot more support. Yeah.
Uncle Sam with some kind of fucking blood card game? Hell yes.
Right. It's just like, bruh. Was this supposed to paint us in a bad light?
Are you trying to make me look bad?
Oh god. Anyway. He had fair-skinned complexion, wavy medium length, royal azure blue hair. Royal azure blue hair. As opposed to azure red?
Yes.
Azure green? With bangs that draped over his forehead. Aren't bangs the side of your head?
I think they're just the front and sides in general. Like, you can have bangs that frame your face.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they're
okay. A
much
hair bang
front.
is referred to as the hair that falls over your forehead. Okay. So, he says with bangs, which is hair that's draped over your forehead that is draped over his forehead. Okay. I really hate it when people use
Make
words
redundant statements.
that they then define with the rest of the sentence. Yeah, it's really fucking annoying. It's like, I drove my car, the automobile with the combustion engine, to work. It's like, yeah, that's what a car is. It's like, well, why? I can sort of understand if you're gonna use a word that, like, either people won't know typically, or you're inventing a new word, and you want to, like, slide the definition in there. I can sort of get that. But, like, he wants to specify that it wasn't a nuclear-powered car. Yeah. It's just... when it comes to common words, why are you defining them? Why are you reusing the word? His eyes were a shade of deep, dark, azure blue. At the same time, they were also very kind and gentle-looking eyes of a man who cared about people.
Bro, I don't need a man who cares about people. Give me the cold, empty, steely-eyed, sunglass-obscured gaze of General Carpet Bomb MacArthur.
Indeed. Grant me the warrior's vision.
Show
Jesus,
me.
this fucker
Show
is
me
so
the
blue,
new
he's a
god of
smurf.
this world. Artillery.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just like I don't. The author might actually be female. Like, I was kind of resistant to it at first, but we have someone who thinks that 6 feet tall. We have a multi-paragraph, excessive, deep explanation about the looks of the main character. We have multiple sentences alone dedicated to their eyes. I think the author might actually be female. I gotta know. I don't think they are. They claim to be male. They're a 30-year-old male, apparently.
Press X to doubt.
Supposedly. They're a 30-year-old male who is single, a big reader. They like Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, Naruto times Hinata, Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, his little brother, his mom, his friends, and his best friends. He hates vegetables, bullies, Neji times Hinata, hypocrites, his little brother, Valentine's Day, the month of February. It's kind of racist. Rapists, author's note, they don't deserve to live.
Boo.
Reruns, and the fact that Twilight vampires sparkle in sunlight. Okay. My favorite playlist. Monster by Skillet. Headstrong by Trapped. Okay, fair enough. Time of Dying, 3 Days Grace. Fair enough. Okay, so he generally likes 3 Days Grace, Rev Theory, Saliva, Drowning Pool, System of a Down, Avenged Sevenfold. All right, I mean, he's got an okay taste in music. Green Day, Linkin Park, All American Rejects. Now that's a band I haven't fucking heard in forever. And he's got a whole big challenge section and a bunch of copy pastes. And yeah, when was he fucking made? When did he make this? He made this in 2010. Yeah, that feels about right. And then he's got 17 whole fucking stories. Oh. A friend of mine found evidence that points to Naruto times Hinata being a better couple than Naruto times Sakura. Many people say that that Sakura is like Kushina. Who? But in my opinion, Hinata is more like Kushina than Sakura will ever be. What? Oh, okay. He found that Hinata is actually more like Minato. Okay, explain this one. Because Naruto is basically Kushina, but she's a guy. And Hinata is basically Minato, because she is a quiet person. And Minato was also quiet. And like Minato, she was too shy to tell Naruto she cared about him, like Minato was with Kushina. And both Minato and Hinata watched their loved ones from afar until Naruto was about to be defeated by Pain, and and Kushina was kidnapped. And then they both swooped in and admitted their love to the person they were saving. That's narratively similar, but you have provided absolutely no fucking proof at all, showing that they are remotely similar. They literally don't have anything in common. like, at all, as far as we know. Feel free to correct me, Max. But it's okay. So yeah, this is apparently a 30-year-old guy writing this story. 30-year-old guy who takes his time to write multiple sentences about the color of a man's eyes.
Yes. I see no problems here.
Yes. A young man, also very handsome and regal, but at the same time, wild facial features. Appealing in the same way a tiger that had turned into a man would be. What? Okay. But what stood out the most about him was a set of massive scars in the shape of a set of claw marks. The most striking feature was a set of scars that were shaped like a set of claw marks. Remember, this is a collab written by 4 people. Yep.
Ooh. And none of them could fucking hit the F7 key.
Yep. Covering the entire left half of his face, making him even more rugged looking. Okay. He took a deep breath, taking in the night air happily. It was a way of calming him. If everything was as simple as a nice evening such as this world would be better. The boy sighed in his thoughts, unsure of what to do with such a night. What? With his family moving off to the Kingdom of Vale in the city of the same name, his sensei putting him under intense scrutiny before that to test his abilities. His world was not as simple as he wished. Wait, how are they moving to fucking Vale if he is in a land that no one knows about? I hope Father, Mother, Argent, and Aqua do well with this move, even though I'm the one who pushed them to move. It's so beautiful here and peaceful. From what I hear of Vale, it's anything but that. Well, it's a fucking city. And then he heard rustling, and he prepared to draw swords, and then he drew his katana, which you don't do. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because the author specifically pointed out that the guy was a samurai, and samurai carry, on average, about 3 different blades. The katana is not the first blade they use. So, if you want to be fucking petty, author, I can be petty. Oh, you know what? Speaking of petty, I was hoping to delay long enough for Sign to show up. Why? He drew his weapon. A small pink and brown blur jumped out, arms wide, and tackled him. That's right. He was mid-draw, and he was tackled by someone that he was facing with a sword out. This, of course, did not affect the person tackling him at all. in any sort of negative fashion, despite him
Of course
pointing
not.
a sword at them.
He comes! He comes!
It takes as long as it takes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, buddy.
Bro, can you masticate a little faster?
Yeah,
No.
he had to savor every single bite, because
Yes.
it's really hard for him to get food to his mouth. It's a monumental effort.
It's very hard.
Yeah, you see, all of the blood goes directly to his dick, so he has to really work his arms up into a huff to make the blood flow to them.
Eat shit.
So anyway, you're just in time for the author to tell us about how blue his eyes, hair, and I don't know, dick is.
God damn it.
And then
It's
Ruby.
Papa
Son.
Smurf!
Ruby?
Yeah. Young man smiled at the sight of
I'm
his
getting tired of
adopted
this
older
shit.
cousin. Her signature parasol was clad in her hands. Her heterochromatic eyes, one pink and the other brown. Her hair was equally heterochromatic, pink and brown like her eyes, but with the sides swapped. That's right. It's his cousin Trivia.
Excuse you?
Trivia is the name of Neo before she decided to take on a new name and start killing people.
I thought her name was Vanilla.
No, her name is Trivia. Yep,
Really?
yep. Her name was like Trivia Vanilla. It was really dumb.
That's fucking dumb.
It's really dumb. Yeah. It's really stupid. So yeah, the author is really fucking bad at this. They spend multiple paragraphs talking about the clothes, the color of the clothes, we broke Atin. It's to be expected. The clothes.
Oh my god, it's true. What the fuck?
Yeah, why does everyone think I always lie when I can harm you so much more with the truth?
I couldn't believe they did something that fucking stupid.
What need do I have to lie when I have such things in my pocket?
Oof.
Okay, Lucifer. I mean, call me what you will. But yeah, so this author's fucking hella cringe. The title of the story was Tiger King and the Dragon Queen. It's a story about his OC fucking Yang. He's got 30 chapters and 60 favorites. Guest
That's pretty
reviewer, I'm dropping this fic. It didn't open with, "Hi, I'm Joe Exotic and this is Big Cat Rescue."
God damn it.
To be fair, he should have. Oh, like the username didn't clue you in? Yeah, I only go around calling myself Sneaky Devil, guys. Man, why is this guy, why is he so awful? What's his name? Hitler Rapist 420?
Ah, yes, that might explain it.
A Gray-Haired Boy by Johnny. A basic trip out to grocery shopping, Team Ruby encounters supernatural strange. Young man clad in military uniform carrying military kit appear in middle of the city. Huntresses to the bone. The girl attempts to help the man, only for this encounter to lead to a series of events that change their lives.
That sounds so dumb.
Somehow this story has as many favorites as Tiger King and Dragon Queen, with a third of the words in half the chapters.
Not surprised.
The reason why the story is cringe is because the author called themselves Uzumaki Ricky. Yeah, that's fair.
Excuse you?
Yeah, the author's name of the Tiger King story is Uzumaki Ricky.
Ah, yes. I
Ruby
see.
Volume 10, My Ending. Team Ruby and John return from the ever after. Salem and her followers are still at large, and Vacuo now has a refugee crisis due to Atlas fleeing there. The Summer Maiden is still missing, and 2 relics are sealed or lost. This is the endgame, and the fate of Remnant hangs in the balance. Who will prevail? 12 chapters, 80k words, 38 favorites.
Just wait, RT is going to read this, and then they'll,
They'll do it.
make season T off of it. Season 10 off of it.
Season T.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
They're just gonna
impressed.
start throwing letters on there. This is season G.
Yes.
I'm just gonna be impressed that they managed to come back from the grave like that.
Well, we hate them that much, so of course they're going to.
Well, you hate them that much. I'm just apathetic now. Disappointed that they just slammed themselves on the ground at Mach 9.
That's fair.
So, let's see here. Private messaging. Oh yeah, I pass my emails through a redirector now these days, so I don't have to worry about my email leaking out. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to my let me get to my goddamn private message. Jesus Christ! Can you be any more shit? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, some dude apparently sent me an email saying that if I don't like the stories that I read, that I shouldn't read them at all. Which, again, is very stupid. It says that, yet it's on stream. Yeah, but it just showed my relay that was on the stream. Like, it doesn't have... Like, my point more is that my email is my real name. Except I pass everything through now through another email, so you'll never actually get my real name from that. Because,
Ooh, yeah, no, don't self-dox.
Yeah. I did that plenty in the years previous, and I'm not gonna... It used to be so bad before the stream was allowed to publish to YouTube, I would have to go through and fucking blur out all the doxing that occurred. Yeah, I did that on like 6 to 10 streams ago. Yeah, I know, that's why I changed it. Yeah. What I said back in the day, what I meant was back in the day I was trying to blur it out because we were trying to go semi-serious with it. These days, I don't fucking care. If someone wants to go through several hundred hours of my stream... Alright. I don't care anymore. So anyway. Remember the Gardevoir Who Lives story? Were you not here for this, Killionaire?
Yes.
Right. No. So Gardevoir Who Lived is, to anyone who is somehow watching this and not aware, Gardevoir Who Lived was the story we covered last time around, in which Harry Potter, as a baby, was teleported to the Pokemon world. And no, I know you were here for that. I just wanted to re-inflict all the damage upon you. Was teleported to the
Please
Pokemon
don't.
world and transformed from Harry Potter into a female Pokemon, Ralts, who was also shiny. I also just miscellaneously had a major power boost, just for no reason. And then literally God showed up and said, hey bro, you have a soul fragment in your scar. I'm gonna go rip that out of you. And then he did, in front of like everyone. And then everyone's like, oh cool, God showed up, that's really neat. And then they went on with their lives like normal.
I mean, it's Pokemon. God showing up is kind of a thing that happens.
No, actually it isn't.
I was pretty sure it was. It happened before.
Yeah, it happened before, roughly 10,000 years ago, according to Pokemon Legends, in the movie where Ash traveled back in time to retroactively free God from prison.
So what happens when you catch God as a Pokemon?
Actually, that's another fun thing they did canonize, is that actually you're only capturing a fragment of Arceus that he is allowing you to catch.
Ah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And Ho-Oh isn't God, yeah. I mean, also, in general, most people go through their entire lives without seeing a legendary like a Ho-Oh who does actually make appearances. And then there's a bunch of very powerful creatures that were deemed as legendary simply because they fit the criteria of not actually having a natural habitat, because there's apparently multiple copies of Suicune, Entei, and Raikou running around. But they don't reproduce. They were created. Same thing for Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. They, as far as we can tell, were created, not reproducing. As far as we can tell. Lugia breeds. Yes, Lugia does indeed fuck. Ho-Oh apparently is like a true phoenix, just rebirths itself.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Lugia does indeed fuck. But anyway, so the story continues on to have Ash catch this Harry Potter turned Ralts, and then Harry Potter turned Ralts decide to take on the name Titania, and then levels up somehow, because levels are apparently a thing in the real Pokemon world, and can be precisely quantified and expressed at which point a Pokemon evolves at, instead of just through age or experience. And levels up all the way to a Gardevoir before Ash even goes to his first gym. Also, Ash is now a Pokemon tier Psychic. Because reasons.
Actually, I
And,
could kind of believe that last one.
um,
That is some Ash level bullshit.
yeah, but he was supposed to be the body and soul, not the mind.
Well, okay. If it's only related to Pokemon specifically, and it allows him to communicate with them as though they were sapiens.
That would be soul. No, he literally has psychic powers that let him use psychic Pokemon moves.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a completely different thing. I was thinking about
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah. No. That's aura. That's the soul. But reason being that, as the author said, that because of their bond, they caused this to develop. Which, I mean, honestly, I would like to see a Pokemon story with that sort of theming to it, where Pokemon trainers that train like rock types get really tough bones and skin and like really high endurance and strength. You know, people that train like electric types become energetic and preppy. People that train, you know, fire types are really passionate and go off the handle and really low motion control. People who train dragon types are really prideful and strong. You know, et cetera, right? Like, I think that'd be actually a very interesting thing, and actually a very good reasoning as to why a majority of people aren't specialists, but rather generalists.
Because they don't want to bleed over.
Because they want to balance out the bleed over. And then why you would have gym trainers specifically be specialists, because you need people who think like a rock type to handle rock type Pokemon. You need people who think like a water type to handle water type Pokemon. And so if you're having a disaster caused by a fucking dragon, well, you don't want a generalist who's just going to try and, like, you know, fight them or something. You want the dragon type who thinks like a dragon, who knows how that dragon's thinking, to then, you know, fight the dragon. So then they can frame it in the dragon's mind, everything that's happening, to make the dragon stop fighting later, after they get beaten. It's sort of like the equivalent of, like, when you have a dog that is very aggressive to everyone, and until you show the dog that not just you're stronger than the dog, you have to show the dog that you're the pack leader to make the dog stop being aggressive to everyone. Because then the dog starts looking to you for what it needs to act like. And if you're not being aggressive to someone, it doesn't be aggressive to someone. But until it finds that leadership, it's going to be aggressive to everyone, regardless of the fact that you're stronger and can throw it across the fucking room. If it
doesn't respect you, then it won't obey you.
Well, it's not just respect. It's you have to frame everything in the animal's viewpoint. Right? You have to show certain behaviors that fits the animal's worldview for the animal to react to you the way you want it to. Now, this goes for gorillas. You know, you don't look at a gorilla in the eye, even though you do that in human culture, and we're both descendant from a branch, same ancestor branch, because to a lot of the monkey species, looking something in the eye is a challenge. You know, it's just a lot of intricacies and dynamics that the average person maybe not understands. Which, you know, makes sense for a Pokemon world when you have literal walking fucking disasters and you're like, Jesus Christ, okay, so if this Pokemon gets unhappy, they cause a whirlpool the size of our docking bay, so we need a water type to come in and explain to us how this Pokemon thinks to make it stop doing that.
Yeah, no, let's not sink the ships.
But yeah, so anyway, I of course left a review. We'll open this up here just so we're very clear about what my review was. Please stop writing; it's for everyone's benefit. Also, please learn what a sentence is and how to punctuate one. I didn't insult them.
Well, please stop writing is kind of an insult.
It's an implied insult.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is a difference. Your shit, stop writing, is a different form of insult than please stop writing. It's also far less aggressive. So I just kind of want to, you know, lay it out here just so we're clear about what I said. Also, by the way, everyone else is saying the same thing I did, just in a longer format. Why are you doing these cringe things? Why are you incapable of writing a sentence? Why are you so disorganized? Why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing it that way? Why are you including these mechanics? Why aren't you writing sentences correctly? Why are you doing this change? Why are you doing that change? Everyone is fucking saying it. So this author responds. Also, by the way, was like maybe an hour after the podcast. I just was too drunk to fucking post it. I'll never stop thinking up ideas about how to proceed with my stories. And unlike Story Reader 21, I'll never break down and give up because Flame Reviewer isn't satisfied with how I go about things. My Flame Review, because this is why I was very specific, Sign, by the way, with how I am setting this up.
Yeah.
Please Stop Writing is not a Flame Review.
Not really, no.
If I went off, I was like, you're dog shit, fucking shit ass, you're a disappointment to your family, your story's shit, it's a ship cake. Yeah, that'd be a Flame Review. But
A ship-shaped shit cake. Okay. Jesus.
But yeah, because it's got to hold all of his shitty ideas. Yeah, it's got to hold all of his ideas.
Say it 5 times fast.
No fucking way. I'll instead drink a shot. And then, after saying please stop writing, I say please learn the sentences and how to write it. Which is as criticism goes, a very valid criticism. An extremely valid criticism.
Hello.
Hi.
Hold on.
He
What
calls
have I
this a flame review of telling him to learn how to write sentences. Is a flame review. High flame? You mean high nose.
Yes, hello to you too.
In fact, by the way, his sentence structure in this fucking response is also fucking terrible. It's actually hilarious. If the fact that I'm rough around the edges on story writing bothers you so much, then keep your criticism to yourself. Or write my ideas better than me.
But your ideas are shit.
Yeah, it's like, bro, that's like half the problem with this story. Half the problem is your complete incapability to tell it. The other half of the problem is that the idea itself is already dog shit from the get-go. Like, I get it. This dude's got so many people in the review section saying your story could be good, but your writing is awful. And they're all fucking pumping smoke up his ass about how his idea could be good, he just has to get better at telling it. It's like, I'm sorry, bro. Your ideas are dog shit.
I hate to say it, there are some instances where some ideas are just terrible, and Harry Potter Becomes a Gardevoir is one of those. It's just, what the actual fuck?
I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, would I read a book about, in the modern world, some dude tries to kill a wizard's kid, and the way he went about trying to kill the kid triggered some sort of weird interaction with the way he tried to kill the kid, between like the protections on the kid and the way he tried to kill them? And this caused the kid to get lost in the Feywilds. And because he was just a baby in the Feywilds, he, like, mutated and turned into, like, a fairy human. And then, like, got adopted by the Feywilds and, like, got brought into the court system and, like, you know, got all of this knowledge before one day he feels a tug of a summoning because someone is trying to, like, call upon him by his true name, which, because he's a fairy, that actually means something now, to try and find where this baby got lost to, right? And so
Well,
then
that just sounds like typical favoring bullshit.
Right, but that's my point, though, is if you separate the idea out of what he's trying to apply it to, the idea itself is something I would actually fucking read. Like some sort of fucking wizard who actually grew up like a fairy, gets reintroduced to the wizard world, and it's like a kind of like a double cultural whiplash.
Part of the problem is having to put it in a setting where it actually makes sense. It's a big reach. Whereas putting it in Faerun it's a Tuesday, so
Right.
what?
Well, I mean, it's not just that. It's like Jim Butcher when he was challenged to write a Pokemon crossover with ancient Rome.
Woo!
He
there we
didn't
go.
write Pokemon in ancient Rome. What he wrote was a ancient Rome inspired empire that makes pacts with elemental creatures.
Yep.
Because the core concepts of each idea, Pokemon and ancient Rome, can't be directly combined, but if you take their essence and combine them, you can make a new story just fine. It's the jamming of the completed puzzles into each other that is the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, sometimes it works out, right? You know, sometimes you get to pull a, you know, Ranma times Sailor Moon crossover off, you know? Like sometimes
shit melds, yes. Other times they really don't.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's, you know, it's two puzzles about a different point of view on the same train. Sometimes it's two puzzles, one's a Rubik's Cube, and the other is a color by numbers. They don't go together.
Well, no. You're coloring the Rubik's Cube squares individually.
But that kind of defeats the purpose of the Rubik's Cube. Unless you're coloring each square a different
coloring each
color
by
on each
number.
side.
You're coloring them by numbers. Each one's a different color, and you color the numbers.
Yeah. And then you have to figure it out. I mean, again, you could write a story like that if you took it that example, but more like, okay, fine. So instead of a color by number, it's a Rubik's Cube and a Sudoku puzzle. Which,
Ugh.
yeah. It's like, could you make that work? Yes, technically speaking, you could make that work. Is it going to be so fucking complicated that literally no one wants to be involved with it by the end? Yes.
Sounds right.
So anyway, he goes on to say that the main reason that his stories are plagued by his rough around the edges style. That's right. Not being able to write a working sentence is a style. Is because another author is a lost cause in drafting his stories for him. And then he brings up Dragon Ball, which I have no idea how that relates to anything that we're talking about.
He's pretty much saying my alt would never do this at this point.
We don't know who Story Reader is. I mean, we do know who Story Reader is. He's got a bunch of fucking challenges on his profile, and that's all he has. And if you're using that sort of person to write your rough draft of the story for you, that's like if that's like literally, actually, it supplies. That's like if I put out a chapter for Undying Scarab and then someone says, hey, you misspelled all of these sentences. I said, well, don't blame me. Blame Gray. He was the one who wrote those sentences.
Yeah, okay. He actually was responsible for it, so that is a thing you can do. But you wouldn't say, don't blame me or blame Gray, blame Sign.
Well, no,
Which is what
because
this motherfucker's doing.
no, sort of. But like Gray's writing the draft, and then I edit the draft. And if it's my job to edit the draft, it's my fault if the sentences aren't written correctly.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if he's saying that Story Reader is the one writing him the rough drafts for each chapter, and then he's like going in and turning it into a real chapter, he's still the one at fault for anything in that chapter. When you are a publisher, you are at fault for what you publish. That's not a me opinion, that's a legal standard.
Well, come on, you can't expect people to take responsibility for things.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe that someone would ever fucking take responsibility in the year of our Lord 2024. But so anyway, it is time I respond to this individual and see if I can extract more salt from this man, because he didn't block me.
Saltman. Oh no, he didn't.
He did not block me.
Oh no. This is a mistake.
All right,
Yeah,
so
it probably was.
let's start off with first point. I didn't say stop thinking of ideas. I said stop writing them. Yes, say stop thinking. There we go. Thank you, Grammarly. Behold the bane of Babylon!
Oh no.
Second. I don't care what other authors do. In relation to you. We are talking about you. Also, if he is such a lost cause, why are you having him write your rough drafts? Another great point here, actually, right? Like, if he's gonna be like, oh, well, it's not my fault, Story Reader is a lost cause, it's like, then why are you having him write your fucking rough drafts for you? If you know that he's useless and can't write anything correctly, I gotta go sort my memes. Bro, I gotta fucking sort the shit out of my memes. I have memes that are still unsorted from 2016.
I don't have any memes on this PC.
I have gigabytes of memes.
I have gigs of memes, they're just on the other PC.
I have so many fucking memes. You can see the attempt from me at one point where I tried start sorting them. I download so much fucking art, man. I I just put my downloads folder, I resystem linked it to a folder on my backup hard drive where I back up all of my images to. Because I just got so fucking tired of moving them from the downloads folder because the C drive would fill up. So I just
You
moved.
filled your C drive with memes.
I just moved it to my 8 terabyte backup folder.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. I have it here somewhere. Wait, hold up. I got it. Yeah. Alright, so criticism 3. Criticism 3. Third. Why would I try to polish a shit idea just because I can write it better than you doesn't mean I'm going to waste my time doing so when I could be doing literally anything else besides making dog shit ideas a passable read. Oh, what the fuck? I must have pressed a button at some point. See, what else did he say? The main reason is because of this guy. And then finally, don't blame your absolute shit ass grammar and inability to write a sentence on someone else's, air quotes, rough drafts. If you are the publisher / editor of the idea, it is on you to correctly write it. And get rid of that 3. And send message. I did, yeah. Alright, well, we'll see if he takes another hour to respond to me, because apparently he is closely monitoring every single review he gets in for this story.
Of course he is. They come so infrequently that he has to. Constantly just abusing that F5 key.
Yeah, some people are like that, Some
That or
people
he's
are
got
like that.
FFN set to ding on his phone when it sends an email, so
Oh, yeah, it's
he
true.
knows every time. Oh wait, no. If he's using Google, he's not getting those.
Also true. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm just so fucking just tired of people being like, oh, my inability to write a sentence is part of my writing style. I hate that shit so fucking much.
That's not a style, you fuckwit.
It's like my inability to do anything useful is a style. Fuck off. No.
My inability to wipe my ass is a style.
It's a
No.
bathing style.
Right? It's a bodily hygiene style.
Yeah. Fame. That's right, it's in all capitalized. Unbeknownst to most of Remnant, there is a war going on. Now, I'm pretty sure all of Remnant knows there's a war going on. It's just not the war a lot of people think is going on. Sign's inability to do comms is done in a style. Yeah, that's true. It's the Sign style.
Oof.
Though, credit where it is due. Even if he is incapable of completing a comm within a year of someone placing it, he does get them done eventually.
I explained the reason for that, god damn it.
Well, you should have stopped taking comms. God damn it.
I did. A lot of people just kept sending me money.
That's fair.
It's like, I told them, hey, look, there's some shit going on. It's personal shit. If you want to send me a commission, I will still take it, but don't expect it in a reasonable time frame. And they're like, okay, sure, I'm fine with that, as long as it gets done eventually.
I mean,
All right, then.
they're already used to the Sign time frame of at least 6 months for their comm to be done. What's another
Oof.
6 months?
Oof.
InfoWars and Remnant. Salem is putting chemicals in the water to make the faunus gay.
They're putting chemicals in the water. They're making the fucking frogs gay. The frogs are gay.
You know what I would like to see, actually? I would actually love to see a story. You can make it a little snippet story, but it's just a story featuring the Remnants version of Alex Jones, who is like, people, I've been telling you for years, Salem, not Salem. The Grim have a queen. It's a Queen Grim. She's big. She's ugly. She eats babies.
And then Salem's the one sitting here watching this. Oh, I'm ugly, am I?
And the only reason why it's still up is because Ozpin behind the scenes is preventing his radio show from getting shut down because he thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's feeding Alex Jones.
I'm talking to people who are higher up. They say to me, they go, Alex, the Queen of the Grim, she's got 5 arms and voluptuous folds of fat because that's where she puts all the babies.
Salem listens to this one morning as she's drinking her coffee, just spits it out. Ozpin, somehow I know this is your doing. No, Jane she doesn't kill him personally. She comes on air just to disprove the theories.
No, even better. Even fucking better. It's like fucking Cinderfall goes on air, right? And he's like, so, we have a special segment today. We have Cinder Fall coming on here, and she is going to tell us the truth that the government has been hiding from you all. And Cinder's like, yep, so the leader of the government is actually a magician who has been body swapping his way through the various up-and-coming leaders of the human civilization, and he is trying to control everything behind the scenes. That's right, people! You've heard it here first! The government is actually shape-shifting magicians!
God damn it! Ruby starts listening to it and gets super into it.
Ruby believes everything on this show. Well, wouldn't they take his show down if he was wrong?
Right.
Yeah. Salem and Ozpin just getting increasingly more excessive in their conspiracy theories they're feeding to Alex Jones.
Yes, they're both fighting over who can feed him the most outrageous bullshit about each other.
And so eventually it comes out that everything he said was true. Like, it actually comes out, like, Ozpin live on air, like, dies and goes into someone else. And everyone's like, oh, that's real. Oh fuck, that's real.
It would also come out that Salem is actually his estranged wife, ex-wife.
All right, people. So I have a new theory. We've been doing a lot of research on this. I think the time-traveling magician shapeshifter is actually the husband of the Grim Queen. Now, they don't want you to know this because they want the eternal war for baby souls.
And then both of them come into the show and they're like, okay, look, you're half right, but it's
And
more
then,
like...
to make it even
Salem,
better...
it's more like a contentious divorce, a very contentious divorce.
To make it even better, one of your episodes has to be in where both Salem and Ozpin show up. Salem is some sort of like grim scientist expert, PhDs, like 39 PhDs or whatever.
In disguise.
Yeah, in disguise, obviously. And the Ozpin just comes on as Ozpin. But he's like, today I have Ozpin and Miss Grimm here today in the studio. We're gonna have a debate.
Oh no.
Ozpin says that my conspiracy about the shapeshifting magician isn't real, and the Miss Grimm here says that the Grimm are not controlled by a giant, fat, ugly, baby-eating Grimm Queen. And Salem's like fucking seething in her chair.
Fat? Really, Ozpin? Fat? Look, a pound over 110. Ozpin, 125.
And then the entire fucking episode is just the two of them having a marriage spat live on air, but disguised as like them trying to argue philosophical points about the Grimm and government.
And somehow it comes about that, you know, the next day or something, the Grimm just stop fighting. They've stopped. They moved away. The entire war fucking ends. Come to find out, after the show, they hooked up.
Yeah, the characters, like, you know, in hindsight, it was really odd that every single leader we've ever had started with the word Oz.
Right? It's a secret dynasty of body-snatching kings, I'm telling you.
They're trying to control our water. They're putting dust in the water to make the kids get...
Ruby, wait, is that White Yang and Blake?
Ruby starts, like, testing their water for dust reactivity.
Turns out it does react to dust. Oh my God, he was right. What do we do? We need to buy water filters from this Alex Jones person. It can filter out the dust.
We need to buy his manly men water filters.
Well, who's writing this shit post? Not it.
Not fucking me. Hell no, goddamn no. But it would be funny. It would be funny.
Just a one chapter complete shit post.
I mean, you know, it's up there with the like it's a funny crack idea that's like right up there with like Patch Notes Day.
Zuko's the Avatar.
Oh, well, that too, yeah. But no, Patch Notes Day is a hypothetical Ruby fic that we conjured up a long time ago. Where, yeah, Alex Jones has on Hazel Childbeater, who's like really into explaining why the government is controlled by a shape-shifting magician body snatcher. And just like makes it completely disproportional. Like they're trying to kill our best huntsman. You heard it here first, people. Every huntsman who's ever died for this body snatcher.
I mean, technically.
And Hazel just like at the end of Alex Jones's rant is just like, wait. That's not what I said at all, is it? Every death is on him? Is that really what I sound like?
Hazel having a midlife crisis there.
Just see someone just repeat all of the batshit stuff he said, and he's like, "Wait, hold up.
Wait,
Am I
is that what I
fucking
sound like?
insane?" He has Crow on at one point. We have a professional huntsman on. Like the show
A
ends halfway
professional
through.
quote.
Yeah, the show ends halfway through because like one of the focus lights, you know, the lights that hang up above to give lighting to the room, like one of those fucking lights like falls down on the camera and like explodes.
Of course, it's a junk stream because they're sitting there trading shots.
Yeah. They're sitting there going back and forth about shots, different whiskeys. It's just oh god. But you know, the patch day was about the idea that one day Team Ruby wakes up and sees on the bulletin board outside the dorm room there's been a new post-it up on the bulletin board, and the post-it reads patch day, the following things have been changed. And it just reads like a fucking, like, you know, MOBA patch effectively, right? You know, Ruby's sniper rifle's range has been decreased from 290 to 275. Damage has been increased from 14 to 15. Just a long list of shit like that. You know, Cardin removed from the game. after whatever episode Cardin never shows up in again. It's just patch notes, Cardin removed from the game. Is that a real story? No. Patch Day is a hypothetical story we were memeing about like years ago.
Weiss's Weiss's weapon now has rainbow colors, or did they ever change that?
I have no idea.
Because I know Monty said he didn't want it to, and then I think they did it at one point.
I have no idea. It sounds familiar. I mean, you know, it might be. Someone might have gone out and written it.
For another story. Like, I've heard the idea before. I've just never read it personally.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just we none of us ever wrote it, so it might be real somewhere, but definitely wasn't by us. So we come to the end. Yes, we're pretty much done here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else for me to say. It's, you know, it's like 9:45. We went over a little bit because of the whole PM, and we spent an hour talking about Star Wars and how Wokolite was just fucking terrible, and how Atin has just an absolute dog shit taste in media. But I mean, I kind of knew that for a while now. Are they still open? But you know, that's pretty much all I have to say. Unless anyone else, any other anything else you want to say to close out? It was at 12 a.m.
No, just end it.
All right, then we'll see y'all on Friday, because there's always more. And